camera 3 and mark.
Lava linens, take 1.
I was marking. Welcome back to the Outdoor Minimalist YouTube channel. My name is Carney and I am the author and host of Outdoor Minimalist. Today I will be reviewing 3 of my favorite pieces of outdoor gear. Well, I guess really only 2 of my favorite because I haven't used this one yet, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. And those are the Lava Linens travel towels. So just as a brief background to the Lava Linens company, I did interview one of the founders, Mary Swanson, in episode 3 of the Outdoor Minimalist podcast. So you can go and check that episode out if you want more background about her, how she started the company with her mom and sister, and kind of the process that they went through in finding the most sustainable product materials that worked just as well, but actually better than their competitors. So to start, the mini everything towel, the one that I have, of course, is called the mini. So it's basically an oversized hand towel is the best way to explain what that one is. And since that is their original line of towels, they use flax linen as the fiber. And I believe the entire towel is made from flax linen, except for all their towels have a nice little loop like this, which are all made from hemp. And those are there to, so you can hang them up in trees or on your pack or after you're done using them to help them dry. And the reason that I am such a fangirl of Lava Linens is because of their product materials and overall as a company. If you want an example of a company that has absolutely no greenwashing on their website, any of their marketing and packaging, it would be Lava Linens. So make sure you go check out their website and see everything that they have to offer because they go into great detail. One, about how they sourced all of their product materials, including the hemp, the flax linen, and in their new towel, the Tencel, which are all natural fibers. So if you go on Google and you just search for travel towels, the majority that will come up are probably microfiber towels. And those are probably the ones that most people are used to using. And I mean, they're lightweight, they're relatively absorbent, but the main downfall of any type of microfiber is that they are made from petrol materials or synthetic materials made from petroleum. So the reason that is an issue, 1, it's made from petroleum, 2, it will continuously shed microplastics throughout its life. So every time you wash it, if you dip it in a stream, it's going to be shedding microplastics everywhere we go. And if anyone pays attention to recent scientific news, they'll know that every human on this earth now has microplastics in their blood. So if we can avoid that and putting more out into the environment, I think that's a good thing. Okay, so back to things. I digress. Their Everything Towel line comes in 3 different sizes. I have the mini Everything Towel, which is my favorite. And then they have a classic size, which is more of like a bath towel, traditional size. And then they have the luxe, which would be more akin to like a beach towel or almost like a small picnic blanket. And all those prices and weights obviously differ according to the size of the towel. No matter the size of the Everything Towel that you get, you have the added benefit that it will never shed microplastics because it's made from the natural fiber of flax linen that is ethically sourced. And the nice thing about flax is that it is highly durable. The specific woven structure of the towel not only increases the absorbent power of the towel, it makes it very fast drying. And one thing that I have heard from other users that have gotten the traditional Everything Towel from Lava Linens is they say that the texture or the feeling on your skin is a little bit different, which is true. But the thing that I like about that texture is that it softens over time. So the more that you wash the towel, the better it becomes. So it becomes softer and slightly more absorbent over time, which I think for most towels, they kind of like lose their feel over time. They become less comfortable and their general absorbency starts to lack. So it's the opposite with these guys. And then moving on to their second line of towels, which is featured right here with this really fun Southwest pattern, is their Woven Wonders. And I have the more like traditional classic size in that towel. And the main difference between the Woven Wonders and the Everything towel is one, the design, and two, the materials that they are made from. So the Everything towel is strictly flax linen. The Woven Wonders is made from flax linen and a blend of hemp. And from when I discussed them developing this towel a couple years ago, I talked to Mary and Caitlin about it, and the main reason that they were kind of developing this towel is so they could have a lighter weight version. But it took them a while to find the right blend of materials so they could ensure that they were still using ethically sourced, sustainable plant fibers. Okay, should I talk a little bit about hemp? So the hemp fibers in the Woven Wonders line of towels doesn't really deplete the absorbency, but it makes it lighter weight. And if you were to feel the two, it is slightly like a softer feel than the Everything towel and much thinner feeling. But compared to microfiber towels across the board, all of their towels are at least 5 times as absorbent as a microfiber would be. Probably even that or more absorbent than a cotton towel as well. So the materials that they chose were obviously not only for sustainable purposes, but also for functional purposes. The Woven Wonders compared to the mini Everything towel, I think from the other people that I've talked to that use these on a regular basis, they prefer it strictly because of the weight factor and because it doesn't really sacrifice absorbency. So if people watch this channel regularly or they listen to our podcast, then they'll know that I have 2 lovely dogs that love to go swimming. And I use these towels almost every day because they are highly durable. They don't hold on to dirt. So if there's mud or something on their paws or they jump into a muddy creek, I can dry them off with just one towel. I can let it dry. It only takes a couple of minutes. Well, not a couple of minutes, like 10, 15 minutes for like this one to dry if it's in direct sun. And you can just shake the dirt right out because it doesn't cling in between the fibers. It just comes out cleanly. Okay, and the last towel I'm going to talk about from Lava Linens is actually their newest and their lightest weight towel. And it's called the Travera Travel Towel. So this towel is a blend of hemp materials and Tencel Lyocell. If you don't know what Tencel is, it's essentially a wood pulp that they make into fabric. It's relatively soft and it is used in a lot of like sustainable fashion brands, a lot of brands in the outdoor industry. One standout brand that uses Tencel regularly is Virgin Outdoor, and they were featured in episode 4 of the podcast. The Travera Travel Towel also does not use any polyester, not even in the packaging or the thread. One thing that is interesting about the threads that are used in a lot of textiles is that they use a polyester core. And so they were able to find a cotton core that was strong enough to be equally as durable as all of their other towels, but they could cut out any traces of polyester. And then the other area that they were able to cut out polyester is in their tags. So there's a reason I left this tag on. 1, it's so you could see that it was a new towel, and 2 is because they use cotton tags that they're able to order in smaller batches, because since they are a smaller company, I think that one thing consumers don't think of often enough is the price point of a lot of simple things like tags. And so in a lot of instances, you may notice that certain things come in plastic, or they use plastic strings or tags or something like that. And that's primarily because they probably can't get it very affordably, or their company is too small for them to get a batch small enough that is reasonable for them to attach to their products. So I'm looking forward to using this towel. It has an extremely fast dry time. I would assume it's comparable to this one, if not better, because the material itself is a little bit thinner. I am curious to see how the absorbency compares to their other towels, because it does not feature any flax linen, which I feel like is kind of their claim to fame or their staple material. So I'm excited to see how this one compares to Everything, but that's a little bit of an overview of one of my favorite companies and one of the most sustainable companies right now in the outdoor industry. If you want to learn more about Lava Linens or get a discount on your next order, you can use the code Outdoor Minimalist, and I'll put a link in the show notes. So as an overview and a verdict, I'm a little bit biased because they're one of my favorite products that I use on a regular basis, but I think because I use it so frequently, it just speaks to the general functionality of the towel. So functionality wise, if you're someone that overlands, does water sports of any kind, likes to go camping, or even just hikes with your dog, I think that a Lava Linens travel towel is a great investment. A sustainability score on the Lava Linens as a brand, as much as I want to give them a 10 out of 10, no one is perfect. And so I'm gonna say these guys will probably get the highest score that I will put on this channel, and I'll give them a 9 out of 10. And that's because they are always striving to be better. They have a growth mindset. Right out of the gate, when they started their company, they were very transparent. They use sustainable materials, and they have excellent customer service. Should I say the subscribe thing again? Okay. If you liked this review and would like to see more, make sure you hit that like button. I don't know where it is on the screen, but you can find it. And you can also subscribe to stay up to date with new releases of our YouTube videos on the YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with podcast episodes that are released every Monday about various topics regarding sustainability in the outdoor industry, you can subscribe to our Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you want a nice clean package to know what's going on every single week, the easiest way to do that is to head over to theoutdoorminimalist.com and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. And together, we will create a better outdoor space as we recreate.